shit.
Alright, what's up, everybody? I'm Jonathan.
I'm Zelda.
And welcome back to our second attempt at the first episode of our new podcast. What is it called?
No, it's North Lake Survivors.
North Lake Survivors, because we met at North Lake. It's a community college in Irving. Yep. And you definitely had to survive that experience.
Yeah, it was very...
Well, when we went, it was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. I don't know how it is now, but it was a lot of fun. There was so many entertaining people.
I went there twice. My second time was kind of hellish.
Yeah.
But the first time was fun.
Yeah.
We had different cliques. There was a whole set. The way the cafeteria was set up, on the one side of the wall, there was all these people we just referred to as the Yu-Gi-Oh kids, because you would hear them just randomly scream, Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just like, why are they screaming? And they had a TV. They'd play Smash Brothers on, and there's a dude walking around in a cape.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the dude in the cape.
You don't remember? I don't know his name. I never talked to him. I just never forgot. The dude walked around school in a cape. That was a choice he made.
Maybe I remember him. I just don't remember what the cape looked like.
I just want to know what happens in your life that you wake up and make that decision that I'm going to go to school wearing a cape.
I know. Maybe it was.
And it was like a magician cape.
Oh, it was a magician's cape. Okay, maybe he wanted to be a magician.
You wear that to school every day. That's a choice.
Yeah, I don't know. Freedom of speech.
Well, I'm not saying he should be arrested for the decision.
Freedom of whatever.
Expression, I guess.
There you go.
I thought it was a weird choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But those are fun times. But Christmas time is here.
Yeah.
So, first episode we talked about Christmas traditions. We're not going to redo all that.
Yeah.
We did it on the old Blue Roof casting. This isn't our first podcast together.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, but we could talk about Christmas movies.
Okay.
So, what Christmas movies did you grow up with? That you liked, that you enjoyed?
Well, the Christmas movie that I grew up with that I really enjoyed was Home Alone.
Home Alone's a great one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's I think we talked about last one. There's 6 of those.
I know. I only watched the one with Michaela. How do you say his name again?
Macaulay.
Why do I keep calling him Michaela?
Michaela? You used to work with Michaela. That's a girl's name.
Michaela.
It's Macaulay. Macaulay McCulkin.
Macaulay McCulkin.
No, you got me saying it wrong. Macaulay McCulkin.
I keep calling him Michaela Culkin. So what is it again?
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin. One day I'll get that right. Macaulay.
I don't know how you get it wrong.
Michaela.
Yeah, I don't know if he's married to or having a baby with
Brenda Song.
Yeah.
I saw that. They're so cute together.
He used to date Mia Kunis.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's like this lucky dude.
Brenda Song. She's pretty.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Good for you, Michaela.
Macaulay. I can't say it.
I know. I did that on purpose. Macaulay Culkin. Good job.
You just hate him or something?
No, I'm not good with names, and I'm not good with, like, actors. Like, I know what they look like, but I don't know their names all the time.
Oh, okay.
But, like, I know, like, I see an actor, and I'm like, oh, I remember him, but I don't know his name.
Ashley introduced me to this movie he was in where he played, like, this party animal drug addict.
Oh, I could see that.
It was pretty good. I can't remember what it's called. I'm trying to remember, but it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to find the name of it for you.
Yeah.
Apparently it was based off a true story.
Okay.
He's a pretty good actor.
I can see him playing someone like that.
But the Home Alone movies are good. The first two.
Yeah.
First two are good. I've only seen the first 3.
Yeah. I've only seen the ones with him in it.
Part of me wants to watch the newest one, Home Sweet Home Alone, just to see.
I do too now.
Yeah, just to see why you would give your movie such a bad title.
Yeah, what is it called? Home Sweet?
Home Sweet Home Alone.
Yeah.
I guess they're going for Home Sweet Home, and then they're adding Alone at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a bad title.
Yeah. But I just want to watch, because now that I know that there's 6 of them, I kind of want to watch all of them now.
Yeah, if I remember the third one, it's still Kevin McAllister. So it's the same character, just different actor.
Different actor. Okay.
It wasn't as good. And they had other, what are they called? The Wet Bandits or whatever?
Yeah, they're different.
Different actors playing them. And it's just like, okay, a third time they run into it, like, it's a little much.
Yeah.
But that's a great movie.
Yeah. And then the recent Christmas movie, Violent Night.
That
really
was
liked
amazing.
That. I think it gave Home Alone vibes. And then you said Die Hard.
Well, they advertised it as Home Alone meets Die Hard, and then they delivered Home Alone meets Die Hard.
I saw a lot of Home Alone references, and I really liked it.
Oh yeah, and the kind of Die Hard vibe is you're stuck in a building, they don't know you're there, and you start killing off the bad guys.
Yeah.
One by one, and that's exactly what the movie is. I do love. We'll give spoilers for Violent Night if you haven't seen it. I love the beginning where Santa Claus is just at a bar drinking.
I know.
And then he runs upstairs, and this lady runs out. The bartender runs after him because he gave her a gift for her son, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, "You forgot this," and then he just on the sleigh vomits all over.
I know. I was like, "Oh my god, that's gross."
It was the greatest thing I have ever seen.
Oh my god.
And that's how you start your movie.
That's how the movie started. That's unforgettable.
I just... Santa Claus throwing up over a poor woman.
Oh my god.
I think that's my favorite Santa Claus. Out of all the different versions, that's has to be the best one.
Yeah, that's probably my best favorite one too. But also because I don't watch a lot of movies. Haven't recently, so.
Well, recently you have been. You've been watching a lot.
Yeah, recently I have, but like in the past, like I haven't seen a lot of those Christmas movies.
You've never seen Die Hard?
I've never seen Die Hard. I need to watch Die Hard.
It's my favorite Christmas movie.
Where do you watch Die Hard?
I have it on DVD.
Oh, can you watch it like on a streaming channel?
I'm sure it's on something. It has to be. Okay. But it's so great. It's about this dude who's separated from his wife, and he's coming to. He's a New York cop, and his wife took a job in L.A. and moved the kids out there. So he comes to L.A. to visit, and he swings by her work office party that then gets taken over by terrorists.
Okay.
Alan Rickman, Snape from the Harry Potter movies.
Okay.
He's the main villain.
Wow.
This is his best role.
That's cool.
So much better than Snape.
It's better than what he plays in Harry Potter. Okay, I gotta watch that.
It is. It's one of the best Christmas movies of all time.
All right.
Gremlins is great.
Yeah, I remember when we were little, we saw it, but I don't remember a lot about Gremlins.
Oh, it's so great.
I just remember they're like the little creatures.
It's a little pet, and there's like rules. You can't feed it after midnight. You can't get it wet.
I just know they look kind of cute, right? Ugly, cute.
Well,
ugly.
So they're cute until you get them wet, and then they like mutate into this. What was it? Getting them wet makes them multiply. Feeding them after midnight turns them into the gremlins, these evil creatures. Oh. And I think sunlight kills them.
Okay.
So we have to follow the rules.
All right.
There's a horror movie called Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh, really?
Have you ever seen that?
I haven't seen that.
So the first one I thought was great. It was really fun. It's this guy works at a toy store, but he's deranged. He grew up in a Catholic orphanage, and the nuns are really mean to him. So he goes a little crazy.
Yeah.
So he starts dressing up as Santa Claus and killing people. Ugh. It was great. There's 5 of these movies though, and then I think a remake.
So there's 5 Silent Night, Deadly Night?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I watched the first one, loved it. I watched the second one, and it's his little brother in therapy talking about the first movie, and pretty much everything that happens in this movie is this guy in therapy and then clips from the first movie. And I'm like, why is this a movie? It was so bad that I've never gone back and finished the rest of the movies because it was so bad.
Yeah.
Why would you make a movie like that? You're just going to show clips from the last one.
Because the last one was so good, they couldn't,
I say it was good, but it's good in a cheesy horror movie good. Like, it wasn't great. It was fun.
Yeah.
You don't need to show the same movie twice.
He thought he needed to.
I guess so. There's the 3 different versions of How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh, yeah. I like the one with Jim Carrey.
The live action one?
Yeah.
That was good. I'm partial to the one with Boris Karloff, Dracula. Oh. The one from, I guess, the 60s. But the animated one.
Yeah.
I love that one. The new one I didn't really care for.
Okay.
There's all the Rankin and Bass Christmas movies. The Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty.
Yeah.
Here Comes Santa Claus. My personal favorite, A Year Without Santa Claus, with the Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
I need to watch that.
You've never seen any of those? Not even Rudolph?
Was it a cartoon?
It was a stop motion.
That was when we were like babies, right?
Yeah, those are all from the 60s.
I don't remember that.
Frosty?
I'm pretty sure I saw it when I was a child, but I don't remember.
Frosty the Snowman? That was a cartoon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw it when I was a child.
Rudolph Shiny New Year?
There's a Rudolph Shiny New Year?
Oh, dear Lord. Yeah. He has to say Baby New Year.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a cartoon, too?
It's a stop motion, yeah.
From the 60s.
From like the 60s, yeah.
Where can I watch all these?
They used to air them on TV every year. But Walmart has a $50 pack with all of them.
Okay. I guess I got some work to do.
These were my childhood. I just can't believe you never watched any of these as a kid.
I mean, I know of them. I just don't remember actually watching them.
Every year we would sit down and watch them. They were great.
I would just watch, like, the Peanuts.
Oh, a Charlie Brown Christmas?
Yeah. Whatever they would show on TV, I remember.
Well, they showed these on TV.
Okay, then probably I did see them. I just don't remember them. What stood out to me more was, like, the Peanuts holidays.
So my aunt loved the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah, Charlie Brown.
And the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. And what was the Thanksgiving one?
I have no idea.
They had one for all three. I never really cared for Peanuts as much. It was never really my thing. I was much more stop motion, Rankin and Bass.
Yeah.
Those are fun for me. That's why I make stop motion videos now.
Yeah. I miss watching those Christmas shows on TV, because now, like, you just watch streaming services now, but like actual TV whenever we were younger. You know what I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say?
Like the Christmas specials for episodes.
Yeah, like the specials when they show all that. Because now nobody really watches like.
So what's Christmas special stand out to you?
I mean, this year, like, I really liked the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas
That was
special.
amazing.
That was so good. It was very it tugged at my heartstrings because I was like, that was so cute.
I've listened to that song more times than I care to admit.
It was so good.
The humans are weird.
Yes. I was like,
like Santa Claus is gonna like eat you or whatever.
I think that's like one of the greatest. Well, it's up there.
I love how Peter Quill was like, I like this, and then he's like, no, that's not how it works at all. Santa Claus had laser eyes.
Yes, it was so good. It was cute.
It was great. It was. Yeah. I love that. A running gag throughout the whole MCU has been Peter Quill's obsession with Kevin Bacon, and so they kidnapped Kevin Bacon.
And then he was like, "What? You got me a human?" He was so upset. Literally
the only issue I had with the movie was when they were taking Kevin Bacon, and they referenced the Friday the 13th movies and like, oh, you fought Jason. It's like, no, he was in the one Friday the 13th movie without Jason. Well, there's two without Jason, but the villain in his was the mother. He was killed by the mother, not by Jason. That's the only part that bothered me.
Oh. See, I wouldn't have gotten that reference.
I don't think most people would have. I think that's why they put it in there, because it was more people know Jason.
Yeah.
No one really remembers the obscure fact that the mother was the killer. But
yeah.
Have you seen the Star Wars Christmas special?
No, was that this year? Or was that old?
It aired once in the 70s. So, of course, everybody's seen it because they bootlegged it.
Not everybody's seen it. Not everybody's seen it. There's some people who are not Star Wars fans. The Trekkies. I
love Star Trek. I've seen every episode multiple times. Isn't
there like a rival between Star Trek and Star Wars?
People say there is.
Like, if you're like a Star Wars fan, do they despise Star Trek?
That's the stereotype. But really, they're symbiotic. They wouldn't exist without each other.
Okay.
Star Wars would never have gotten greenlit if it wasn't for the success of the reruns of the Star Trek show. The Star Trek movies never would have gotten greenlit if it wasn't for the success of the Star Wars movie. So Star Wars and Star Trek both ironically only exist because the other one exists.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know.
And the creators were fans of each other. Gene Roddenberry liked Star Wars. George Lucas liked Star Trek. Yeah. So they were fans. It's fun to pit people against each other. So they're enemies and they hate each other.
Yeah. I guess I was watching Big Bang, and Will Wheaton is in that.
He's from Star Trek, Next Generation.
So he was like kind of in the show. He's kind of jokingly making fun of Star Wars when they watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
So that's where I was like, oh, do they hate each other? The Star Trek versus Star Wars.
I have both of his autobiographies up there.
Mm-hmm.
Will Wheaton's.
Oh, really?
There's a line where Picard tells him, "Shut up, Wesley." And people say that to Will Wheaton all the time.
Yeah.
To where he got like, "If you tell me shut up, Wesley, I will block you."
Oh my god.
I just thought that was so funny. I've seen him say it a couple times, like, "I will block you." And then he said it on Twitter, and then Patrick Stewart, who played Jean-Luc Picard, says, "Shut up, Will."
Good times.
Oh, that was amazing. But the Star Wars holiday special was notoriously bad.
Oh, was it?
It was, yeah. It's not great.
Okay.
But it's that kind of, like, part of it's live action and kind of trying to do Christmas thing. They're doing Life Day for the Wookiees.
Okay.
Then part of it was animated. You could tell James Gunn was doing the Guardians version of that, but a lot better.
Okay.
lot better. But that was the first appearance of Boba Fett. Was in the animated special. He was a cartoon.
Oh, okay.
What shows had great Christmas episodes? Buffy had a good one. I only had one Christmas episode called Amends. Angel's haunted and tries to commit suicide, but then...
Are we just talking about
regular shows, yeah.
Friends?
What is the Friends Christmas episode? Is that the one with the turkey on the head, or was that Thanksgiving?
Because Ross was Jewish, and he was trying to teach his kid about Hanukkah.
About Hanukkah?
And I don't know how the holiday armor... I guess because Hanukkah, you don't really have Santa Claus, so he was trying to come up with something for Hanukkah. And I don't know where he found this armadillo costume, but...
Ross being Jewish, I get. I would have just assumed Monica was hardcore into Christmas.
Yeah.
But she's Jewish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
I don't remember. See, I haven't seen Friends since it aired.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while, but that's just one thing that stood up to me was the holiday armadillo. I really loved Friends. It's funny.
I think it's the most overrated
You
sitcom.
think so?
I do.
Oh, wait, have you seen the holiday armadillo episode?
I've seen every episode back when it aired.
I guess you didn't laugh then. Okay.
Yeah, I probably did laugh. But you want good classic sitcoms, you got to go with like Cheers or Three's Company.
I love Three's Company.
Three's Company is
great.
gold. I've been rewatching it. It's so funny.
It's great. Yeah.
Have you not seen Cheers?
I haven't seen Cheers. Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's where everybody knows her name.
Yeah, I know. I like the theme song.
You watch Frasier?
No.
You seen Taxi?
No. What else?
Trying to think of other good classic sitcoms. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on Christmas specials for sitcoms.
I like Different Strokes.
What was their Christmas special?
I don't remember.
Different Strokes was good.
But it was good.
Dude, I haven't seen Different Strokes in forever.
I know.
As much as I like Different Strokes, I like the spin-off better.
What was the spin-off?
You take the good, you take the bad.
Oh yeah, the Facts of Life. I love that one too. Yes. Oh my god. Yes.
Because remember, Mrs. Garrett was their maid.
Yes.
On the Different Strokes.
Yes.
And then they spun her out to.
Oh my god, that was a great show.
I love the fact. I used to watch the Facts of Life religiously. Apparently, there's a reunion movie I've never seen.
I gotta watch this movie.
Yes. I found out there was a reunion movie for Facts of Life, and there was a reunion movie for I Dream of Jeannie.
Oh.
And I was like, I gotta watch these.
Wow.
I'm very old.
Those are great shows.
That were before we were born.
I know. They were so good.
Oh man, sitcoms don't really hold up like that.
Yeah.
I just watched the Christmas episodes for this show called Ghost. Have you ever seen that?
Ghost? No.
It's based off a British one. I watched the first episode of the British one. I didn't really care for it as much, but the American one is so great. This couple, this girl, I guess her uncle or great aunt dies, who she never met, but she's the only living relative. So she inherits this old manor. So her and her husband go and they decide they're going to convert it into a bed and breakfast.
Okay.
But the ghosts don't want it to be a bed and breakfast because they don't want a bunch of people living in their house.
Oh.
So they try to murder her.
What?
And she falls down the stairs, hits her head, gets into a coma. And when she wakes up, she can now see the ghosts. So it's a sitcom about them turning this old house into a bed and breakfast with the ghost there as her friends. And the husband knows about the ghost but can't talk to them.
Can't talk to them.
It's very funny.
Is it called Ghost?
It's called Ghosts.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you ever seen iZombie.
I've seen iZombie.
The main actress from iZombie is the lead of this. And then have you seen Pitch Perfect?
Is that a movie?
It's a movie. It's
I've
a singing movie.
seen the trailer for it.
Okay. Well, one of the guys in there plays her husband. Your knowledge of movies and TV
I
is
know.
very, very limited.
But I'm getting better. I'm watching movies now.
You saw Avatar.
I did. It was amazing. I saw the first one the day before. I mean, I'm sure I saw the first one in the when was it?
2009.
Yeah.
I remember.
I just didn't remember any of it.
Well, 2009 when the first one came out, and everybody saw it.
Yeah.
I refused.
You didn't want to watch it? Is it because of the length?
Because it wasn't the length. It was how much everybody
Was hyping it?
Yeah, it's the greatest movie ever made. And I was like, I can't. No.
I still don't understand why it's the greatest. Why people think it's the greatest
It's not the
movie.
greatest movie ever made.
I
But it was great.
It's great, but I don't feel like it's the greatest.
I
movie.
didn't watch it until it came on DVD, and I remember despising it. Like, this movie is stupid. And so, ignored it. Forgot all about it. And then finally the sequel's coming out. And then your fiance said he loved it. Yeah. Ashley's boyfriend said he loved it. And I was like, I have to give this movie another try because I really don't like this movie. So I watched it and I was like, okay, I get it. This movie's great. Like, the first one is pretty brilliant.
Yeah, it was good.
So I guess the first time I watched it, I was just trying not to like it.
Yeah.
But the second one, the second time I watched it, I loved it. And then the sequel was amazing.
Oh my god, yes. It was really good.
It had a... I don't want to give spoilers, but it was very good. It was very...
no, it's hard. I don't want to spoil it either because it's just new. It's so new.
Yeah.
People have to, take time to watch it.
But it was emotional. It was an emotional ride.
Even though it was long, I didn't feel like it was long because whenever there's like a 3-hour movie, you kind of get bored sometimes. But I didn't feel that way.
Very much like Endgame. Endgame was 3 hours and made it feel like 3 hours. This was very much like that.
Yeah.
And it does make me interested. Where do they go from here? Like, there's 5 movies.
Oh, but yeah, when they watch it, they will see that
they're setting
up for the third movie.
The third movie, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
curious now.
The one thing I like about this series too is like most science fiction, the humans are the good guys.
Yeah.
This is even Star Wars where the humans are the villains, the humans are like the Nazis.
Yeah.
There's still other humans fighting them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is the one real franchise where the humans are very clearly the assholes.
Yeah.
They're the villains.
They're the villains.
I mean, our lead character's human.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to be.
Yeah.
Everybody else, like human, is just
against him. Yeah.
And I love it. It's very great.
Yeah.
And it's about like, and it's all about something. Like the first one was very much about climate change and deforestation,
which is kind of true to like reality.
Yeah.
Basically, like humans are kind of evil. Like they want to destroy mankind. Or some of them, not all of them, but a lot of them. Yeah.
Them. I'm not a part of them.
I know. So.
But because it was about deforestation.
Yeah.
And then the second one's very much about hunting and about, drilling. And it's all about stealing resources.
Yes.
And how our greed is...
How humans are very evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does what good science fiction does, which is it shows us our own society reflected back at us.
Yep.
And it lets us examine ourselves... kind of outside of ourselves, where we don't feel so protected. Because someone criticizes you, your first instinct is to get defensive.
Yeah.
But when it's another person being criticized, you can look at it a little more objectively.
You're gonna look at it and be like, yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, that dude's an asshole. And you're like, oh wait, I do that.
Yeah. Like some like shows that I watch, and I'm like, man, I want to become vegan. But then I'm like, man, that's gonna be really hard. Yeah.
Why do you want to be vegan?
Because, the animals, it's like... I guess sometimes, like, humans kind of, like, torture animals. But,
well, I will.
They don't always do that whenever.
Slaughterhouses are horrible places.
Yeah.
I do wish that we got our meat more humanely.
Yeah, yeah.
But the notion that going vegan is
kind of not sustainable for us because all animals need food. It's not just us. Like, animals eat animals.
But
and
also,
we're animals.
But also, it's like, if you're like, I don't want to eat animals because they feel pain, but so do plants.
That's true.
They've done studies going back to like the 60s or 70s that
plants are alive.
They're alive.
Yeah.
They have all the qualities of life.
Yeah.
And then if you talk to a plant in a kind voice, it grows bitter. If you talk to it in an ugly voice, it withers up.
Yeah.
And they feel pain. They have emotions.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're not any more humane for eating plants. I mean, you would have to eat synthetic food exclusively to be humane.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, that the vegan thing, if you're doing vegan for health or whatever, all right. But if you're doing it for being nice, well, it's just so you feel better. It's like, oh, well, the thing I'm killing to eat doesn't have a face, so I don't feel guilty. You're still killing to survive. And unless you're growing your own food, it's not that much better for the environment.
Yeah.
Because most of the food we get from other countries, so we're flying it in and all that, kind of evens out.
That's true.
Unless you're growing your own food.
Yeah.
Because then there's no carbon footprint.
Yeah.
I don't know. We as a species are screwed anyway.
I know.
Did you see that they finally did the first nuclear fusion? Just ever in the history. It's where they take two atoms and they fuse them together. So like nuclear power is where they split the atom. So they take one atom and they split it in two, and that generates energy. But it's also very dangerous. That's how you get atomic bombs and all that stuff. So it could go wrong, like Chernobyl, and eradicate an entire, was it Chernobyl a city, or Chernobyl's a city, right?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's in Ukraine, so it has to be a city. I didn't know if it was like a state or a city.
Yeah.
But it's part of land that was in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And the nuclear power plant like eroded or whatever, the protection's messed up, and that whole place is irradiated.
Yeah.
For
still, right?
For I think like a couple hundred years.
Yeah.
So nuclear radiation, very dangerous.
Yeah.
This is the opposite of it. It's taken to infusing it, and it creates more power than you put into it.
Oh, so they took two atoms and they fused it together.
Fused together for the first time in history. They've been trying to do it forever.
When did this? I am so behind.
Oh no, it's like a week ago.
What? Where did you read that?
I heard it on the Biden administration tweeted it out. Okay. Other people said it.
I need to look that up. That sounds pretty cool.
Well, apparently the way they did it though generates so much energy to do that it's not viable.
Yeah.
But they've proved that you can do it. It's been a theoretical reality for decades now. But for the first time they did it. So they're like, well, we have to find another way to do it that takes up less energy. And if we do that, potentially we'll have a renewable source of energy that is far more powerful than anything else we've had. This is the first step.
Nice.
And of course, we had to do it first. Even though our way isn't sustainable. France, or it was either France or Germany, is doing a way that if they get it right, it will actually be usable. We just wanted to be first.
Yeah, we just like to be first.
We don't care if we can actually use it. We just want to be able to say, we did
we did it first.
That was us.
Top that.
Oh. But yeah, so you didn't hear about that?
No.
I thought that was really cool.
That does sound cool.
So what do you do for Christmas?
I usually have breakfast with the parents, and we open gifts, and then last year we went to like my aunt's house, and we kind of just had dinner there.
Was that fun?
It was fun. Yeah.
I just go to my aunt's house. Me and my mom open gifts, and then we go to her sister's house and play poker.
Yeah.
Not for money though, 'cause
yeah, we went to my aunt's house, and everybody was kind of just like, some people were watching, TV and
football.
No, they weren't watching football. They were watching some oldies show. I can't remember what it was, but it was like,
I think last year for Christmas they were watching one of the old Love Bug movies, the old Herbie movies.
Oh, yeah?
You know what Herbie is, right? The talking beetle?
The beetle, yeah.
We were watching one of those older ones. I was like, this is a weird choice, but alright.
But yeah, I was with my cousins and we were playing video games. So
we played poker and we played dominoes.
Dominoes is fun.
Thanksgiving I lost to someone who wasn't even doing the math. I'm just
They
like...
were just kind of putting dominoes down?
They were just putting it down, and half the time I'd be like, you scored points.
Oh my god, you scored points.
I'm sitting there trying to figure out the math, like, alright, this.
They just got lucky.
And they won without doing the math. I'm just like, god damn, like, this is not right. This isn't normal. But dominoes is fun.
It is fun.
Oh, man.
So what are you doing for Christmas?
Just going to my aunt's house. Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah. I work Christmas Eve, but I have Christmas Day off.
You working Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
Overnight, or?
Yeah.
Ew.
I know.
Are you getting time and a half?
Yeah, so that's a plus.
For Christmas Eve, too, or just the parts of it that go over to Christmas?
Both. So Christmas Eve and then Christmas. So I was like,
well,
that's a win-win.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And I get Christmas off, so that's cool. Even though I'll be sleeping most of the day, but I'll be up.
Did you get the cat's presents?
I mean, I still got a week left. But...
I saw you. Zelda sent me these pictures of you got the pajamas or something.
Yes.
That was cute.
So we're gonna take Christmas pictures with those. Your matching PJs, they're so cute.
I got a real Christmas tree for the first time. For the last 3 years, I've been trying to, but they're so damn expensive.
I know, they're so expensive.
But I got a Christmas tree, and 'cause growing up, we always had real Christmas trees, and it doesn't feel like Christmas to me without a Christmas tree. But you said you never had one.
I never had a real one. I've always had fake ones.
And then I've been like more and more people are telling me like, oh yeah, I've never had a real one either.
But then again, we're in Texas and it's kind of hot here. This is like the last 2 years.
It's so hard to find them out here.
Yeah, and then it's hard to find them. Yeah. And then it's just kind of easier to maintain a fake one.
But it doesn't smell.
It doesn't smell the same. You're right.
It just...
Yeah.
There's something about that pine smell that just... This is Christmas.
That is true. So what are you going to do, like, after Christmas? Can you keep the tree, or do you have to throw it away?
No, I usually throw it away by New Year's.
Yeah.
Keep a tree in my
I know, because then it would die, right? Because I don't know. Because yours doesn't replant. There are some that you can replant.
You replant, but mine doesn't,
Yeah.
So toss it out sometime by the end of the year.
You can make fire. Wood. No.
I don't have a fireplace.
You can make a desk.
Out of one tree. Make a desk out of one tree. It's going to be the smallest desk ever.
You can make a desk for Goliath.
That would be cute. Yeah. A little Goliath there at his desk. Is he still hunting? He's over there in his cave. Yeah. No, he's just standing there.
The crickets are just in front of him.
Hopefully
he's not hungry.
Yeah, he leaves them in there so that they keep me up at night. Does it the time.
They're not making any noise though. Do they make noise?
They make noise in the dark.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Because I'm like, I can't hear them.
No.
But they're cute. They're not like vicious looking. I guess they're baby crickets.
No, these are full grown. What crickets are vicious looking?
They're ones that are big and black. And they have little grasshopper legs.
That's how all crickets look. The adult crickets are black.
That one's not adult. That one's small.
I don't have my glasses on,
but they just, they look smaller than...
Well, those are medium crickets. Okay. So they're like adolescents.
Because some crickets that I've seen out in the wild, they look a little bigger.
Some of them do get pretty big. Yeah. Not the ones I feed him.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like the ones that jump too much.
Oh, okay.
He gets easily flustered.
Aww.
We're talking about my bearded dragon.
Yeah.
But he gets easily flustered because he'll snap at it and he'll jump and land on his head. And then he'll just look at me like...
He's so annoyed. He's like, why do I gotta chase for my food?
One of them escaped though. I woke up with a cricket on my forehead. I was like,
my God.
How did this get on me? Freaked me out.
I would have been freaked out. I'd be like, oh my
Because I just woke up to something crawling on me and I jumped and then a cricket bounced off and I was like, okay, that's something.
Well, I guess it does escape because the top's open. Does Goliath ever escape?
No.
Oh,
He's looked out. But...
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, I need to buy him more sand. He likes to dig, so he dug all the way to the glass.
Aww.
And his nails used to be very sharp, where he dulled some of the edges of them because...
Have you thought about getting him a friend?
I was when he was little, I was going to, but they said that bearded dragons are very territorial.
Oh.
So they're like, they'll fight a lot.
Oh.
And the end of his tail is missing.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got him, he was real... Mm-hmm. He's fine now, but when I first got him, he was very scared.
Aww.
Terrified. I think they were kind of abusive to him in that animal. that pet shop.
Yeah, that sucks.
When I asked for him, the lady got him, was like, "Come here, stop running away!" Like yelling at him. I was like,
Dang,
"What the hell?" He was a baby.
Oh my god.
He was like that little,
Wow.
and she was yelling at him.
Dang.
Now he's like that and he runs the house, but he's very, very expressive.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, so I think that's a good first episode.
Yeah.
Any other Christmas things?
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it for
So I'm Jonathan.
Zelda.
Give us legends.
Legends.
You gotta come up with your own.
Give us legends.
Give us legends is mine. You can't just.
I
Ashley had Stay Hydrated, which is a weird one, but that was hers. You have to have your own. You can't just steal my Give Us Legends.
Hakuna Matata.
Okay, Hakuna Matata. Means no words.